Make $650 a day with AI Bible videos? $575 a day, $16,000 a month, all using AI to create simple Bible videos and get paid? Yeah, that seems easy enough. But there's a few things you need to know if you actually want to make money. And that's why today we are diving into the make money with AI Bible video side hustle business niche. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it the right way so you can get paid, what not to do, what the other videos are leaving out, what you can expect, and the truth about how to make money online. Come on, let's dive in. All right, everyone, welcome. Let's talk about how this whole AI Bible story make money thing works. Now, a lot of people are telling you that channels that are doing this are making a ton of money, but I beg to differ. There is a way to make money, more about that in a minute, but let's take a look at what this looks like. Here's a guy who's doing like 12 videos per month, almost 3 videos per week, which I can tell you is a grind. That's a lot of work. And we're seeing that on his stats, he's actually not making that much money. It says somewhere between $23 and $66 a day. So to get to $575 a day, this is going to take a stretch using what these people are teaching you. So we need to go through and we need to find a better way to make videos and content that people are going to want to consume for a specific purpose. Going out there and just making random Bible story videos isn't going to make you that much, and it actually does take a lot of work. Take this guy, for example, doing 3 videos a week, and he's only getting like 7,000 views per day, which in the Bible niche, you should be able to get quite a bit more than that. However, we're seeing that on average, it's like $700 a month, maybe $2,000 a month. Now, again, these are estimates. I find on Bible channels and stuff like this, it tends to be on the low side. On financial stuff, it tends to be on the higher side. So taking a look at this and looking at it objectively as a business is going to be key. Now, I actually went through and I looked at what other people are saying, how you create them. Creating the videos is actually pretty easy. We can go over to ChatGPT and we can get a strategy of different stories that we want to do, and then we can go to an AI and make them. So let's say, for example, we want to do something like Joseph manages Egypt's wealth. Make a little story for this one and outline the principles and money methods or something like that. And it'll go through and let's say shoot for 6-minute video or something like that. Very simple, very easy. It's going to make a script. I can take that script. I can go over to a tool like Leonardo or an audio generator tool, or I could simply read it with my voice if I want to. It's not too difficult to do. Here's a list of the tools that the other people are saying to use. However, for me specifically, I am going to be using Leonardo. I'm going to use Sora, and I'm going to use the new Google. Google actually came out with a very cool video creator, so I can go through and say, make a cartoon, realistic, 3D video of, let's say, Joseph manages Egypt's wealth from the Bible, right? And then we would just go through and create these videos. They take a couple seconds to make. This is going to make 4 at a time, but it's going to be 4 variations of the same one. So I can toggle that down to 1 if I want to save on credits, or I could go to InVideo or something like that, or I could even use pretty much anything. Like if I went to Sora and I said the same thing, Joseph manages, let's do this one here. Joseph stores grain during abundance, and we'll do 3D cartoon like. And we'll go ahead and do this. You could choose your sizing. Let's do the fast one just so you guys could see what it looks like. Now, this is looking okay. So let's go ahead and get into the evaluation. The name of the money-making method is Bible AI Story Videos. Now, most people, I went through all these videos. I threw them into Notebook LM to see what these people are talking about, okay? A lot of people were saying the monetization is primarily going to be YouTube monetization. That's what they were saying. And I think there was one other person that said use another platform for monetization. But again, it was much like YouTube or being monetized on platform. I think one person actually did say you could go out there and upload these as podcasts and get paid from Spotify or something like that. But again, you're going to need a lot of views. The amount you're going to make is really low. So what is my initial assessment of this? Lots of work, low views, low money. Okay? You're going to do a lot of work. You're going to get a low amount of views unless you get lucky and you keep at it. There are some strategies to get more views, but even as we saw there, like getting 1 million views in this market isn't going to break the bank. It's not even going to crack the code, right? You're not going to get there. However, there are ways to make money with this. I'll talk to you about it in a minute. But we need to understand at the get-go, as with all money-making opportunities, you need to understand the results are not typical, implied, or guaranteed. The vast majority of people trying this stuff make nothing. Some even lose money. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into what I would do here and how I would make it work. Now, with the tools, we can see what's going on here. I went through with Sora. It's still creating. We have Google. Okay, so Google did a good job of making these little videos here. So that's kind of cool looking, right? I would need to add a voiceover because it didn't add voice, but that's actually pretty cool looking. Back, 10 years ago, you had to hire animators to do this stuff, and it cost a lot of money, took a lot of work. Now we can do this in a simple way, and it looks like he's got some kind of factory behind him, which is pretty cool. And we can go through and utilize these to the best way possible. And you could use these as little, oh, hey, he's counting the grain or whatever it is, which is interesting, okay? Now, when looking at Sora, it'll go through and create them as well. This one's taken a while. There we go. Now it's got this one here. He's like doing something with the grain magically coming out of his hands. It's kind of cool, right? We can use these. Pretty cool stuff. Now, with Sora, they actually came out with a recent update where it's not based on credits, so you can make as many as you want, where before you could only make a few. So creating these is pretty simple. We can go to InVideo, Sora, Google. The new Google is actually amazing for creating these, the Google Cloud Vertex AI video generator. Very simple, very easy, okay? If you wanted to do voiceover, you would just take your script over here. Here's our script. And we could just go line by line, a man who went from prisoner to prime minister. And we could put this into something like 11 Labs over here. And you can see a lot of people are talking about this stuff. It's going crazy. Let's go to 11 Labs right over here and show you. You would basically just match up your script with whatever your video is saying. So I would just generate this here, put it into a video editor.
Ever wonder what the Bible says about saving, preparing for hard times, and managing wealth wisely?
Pretty simple, right? And then I would just download this, put it into my video editor, match it with the video. Now, all in all, if you want to make a good video, it is going to take time, it is going to take effort, which is why I think for most people, when you're looking at this, they're saying the earnings potential is like potentially $1 million a year. I mean, if you could make 575 or 600, I think that's roughly like 300 grand a year or something like that, okay? Or 30 grand a month. I don't know if our tool will go there. Somewhere between 10K a month and 100K a month. What is actually realistic? I think most people using the method they say, you're going to make less than $100 a month. However, let's get into some real world methods of what I would do to make this work. First of all, the monetization lies. If you're just relying on monetization, oftentimes AI videos won't get monetized. Oftentimes they're not going to get views. Even if they do get monetized, it's not going to be that much money at all. So it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of effort. You're going to flood the internet with videos that are with no point, right? There's no point. They're like, get some videos about the Bible, go Genesis to Revelation, and there you go. All right, what we want to do is we want to focus on adding value to the internet, which is actually pretty simple. Now, a lot of people are saying the traffic is easy. I beg to differ. I did do a video search over here talking about like these sites with Wisdom of the Bible or other ones that are talking about Bible lessons and things like that. A lot of them are face videos. So we're seeing a lot of face videos, although this one looks like it's probably an AI video or something like that. Here's one not getting that many views, 3,000 views, on and on we go. So it is looking kind of difficult. Here's one with no views. Money lessons from history, biblical wisdom. He ain't got no views. So going through here, looking at this, I think it's easier said than done. However, if you wanted to do this, let me show you the way that I would do this. We're going to look at this as an actual business. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I'm going to use ChatGPT, and I'm going to get a list of all the different Bible stories that are related to a specific topic that ties into something I can make money with. Maybe like buying a mortgage or interest or loans or money or finance. If I double down on this, what's going to happen is I'm going to have a channel that is about Bible money answers or Bible money tips. That's going to be a tight-knit channel. I won't need that many views to make money because I'm going to do something else with it, not just relying on monetization. However, the monetization will be more if I'm talking about the money topic rather than like Jesus cleans someone's feet or something like that, right? We want to be very tight-knit. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to turn this into a business. We want to treat it like a business. We want to make it work in a real way. We don't want to mess around. So here we have like 100 different, or 50, I could get 100, I'll just ask it for 100, different ideas about money. And we're going to find the theme, and then we're going to find something it ties into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the themes and then find the tie-in. So here's one about tithing. Maybe we can tie in tithing to like having your own tithe for yourself as a bank account or something like that to gain interest. Or maybe tell them, put it into a high yield savings account and tithe the interest or something like that, whatever it is, right? I don't know. I'm not an expert on this. You would want to do your due diligence, figure this stuff out, find good stuff in the Bible that is about this stuff. Now, we want to tie it into finance. So like be generous and humble, buried in a rich man tomb or whatever it is. So looking at this, let's go through and optimize and make this an actual business. Is there a legal risk to this business? Moderate. I mean, if you're using a Bible you don't have the rights to, that could be a problem. However, I do believe, I'm not a lawyer, but I do believe the King James Bible, the old original version, is non-copyright. I heard that somewhere. Don't know if it's true. Look it up before you start. Is there a clear explanation in these videos of how to use it? No, there's no clear. It basically, the videos are showing you how to make the videos, but not how to get the traffic and make the money. That's what this is about. Now, upfront investment amount, I'm going to say it's like $100 to $200 to get the tools. You're going to need Sora, NVIDIA, or whatever it is, ChatGPT, stuff like that. Are there special skills? Not so much. We can use AI, so I think that's pretty good. Is this a legit way to make money? Are you going to make $575 or $600 a day, boom, out of the gate? No, I don't think so. I think this is going to take a while to get to that, probably 2 to 5 years to get to that level. Maybe 1 year if you're very, 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 very targeted. Okay, have I checked it? I haven't checked it. You can check forums and stuff and see what people are trying. But what I want to do is I want to look at this and say, how am I going to monetize the traffic? I have channels, I have avenues where I'm not getting that much traffic, but it's a high earner because of the way and the type of traffic that I'm focusing on. All right, time and effort. I'm going to say, yeah, if you want to get to the levels, you're going to be 40 plus hours a week. Like we saw that guy doing 3 videos. That's going to take some time to make those, and he's maybe $2,000 a month according to the tool, maybe less, maybe a tad more. But, you know, we have to look at this. Is there a learning curve? I think it's moderate, right? As long as you can use the tools, you're good to go. Now, the traffic methods they're saying are mainly using algorithm traffic. Now, could I put these on Facebook and get paid from their monetization? I could. Is it a search generated type thing? Not really. So it's going to be harder to trigger the algorithm to get traffic there. So that's going to be difficult. Now, creative ways to start. What I'm going to do, here's how I would do it. First, I would pick all the Bible stuff related to a topic. Health, money, something people want. Insurance, savings, being a good steward, things that tie into money stuff. This is very, very important because if I do that, then I have ways to monetize. I mean, I could go to Offer Vault and look for offers. We have like prepping. Oh, Christians need to be prepared or something like that. You could do that, or ways it tells you to prepare. Bible verses about preparedness. That would work good. Maybe you could tie it into some of the prepper offers. There's also stuff over here on ClickBank, like Christian audio Bible studies. Here's some about manifestation and things like that. Okay, here's another Bible one, but that only pays $1. So looking at this, I would say, yes, let's go for the Bible study stuff here. I think that's pretty good. it might work. We can also do Audible. Audible has a lot of books. Maybe you could tie into books on Audible. Maybe you could find a book that's talking about a specific Bible thing. There's tons of them out there. We could go to AI and say, okay, find books on the Bible that talk about finance with popular authors. And you could do like a overview of like, oh, here's what all these authors say about, Genesis 6, money verse, or something like that. Here you have all these. And what you'll see is these are going to tie in. So like what Dave Ramsey says about Bible principles. All right, now what's going to happen is it's going to trigger a lot of traffic, right? So if we go over here and we look at the Ahrefs keyword tool and we do something like total money makeover, 1,800 searches a month. If we do total money makeover here, 3,500. If we do Dave Ramsey, like that, I think I spelled his name right. Let's see, Dave Ramsey, maybe with an E. Okay, there you go. 193,000 searches a month. Let's do Dave Ramsey Bible, okay? 20 people. You could do finance, Bible, stuff like that. So we could go through and we can use these to make better content. Let's make content about what the top authors are saying. And here you got your list. Boom. Now find the Bible verses they use. Bada bing, now we're going to go. Now, are you going to make $600 a minute doing this? Of course not. Are you going to make $600 a day? Probably not. However, can you turn this into an actual business? Can I build on this? Yes, I could build on this. I could talk about all this finance stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be the Bible finance guy. I'm going to find the stories. I'm going to make the stuff, animated videos or regular videos or maybe even hand-drawn videos with AI. We're going to make it very, very specific, okay? And we're going to find something they want, like Bible guide to finding a job, Bible guide to whatever, all right? And you can go through and you can find other keywords they use, Bible versus about, and you can see what we want. So love or relationship, okay? Tying that into relationship stuff. Maybe you can go out there and find relationship, Bible or Christian or something like that. And there will be stuff here, right? Like here's a relationship and love. You have certified relationship coaching, questions for couples. All of this stuff would work really good. And you're going to have a tight-knit channel about either Bible finance, Bible relationship, Bible marriage, different things like that. And then think, what can I get them into? We can get them into the ClickBank stuff. Maybe we can go into therapy. Okay, a lot of therapy stuff. BetterHelp pays $180 a lead. Stuff like that. What does the Bible say about sadness or whatever, right? Obviously, be ethical. Obviously, provide good stuff. If you don't know about the niche, go into something easy like maybe, Bible tips for losing weight or whatever, something simple. So what I would do is I would go through and get a domain, build a business around this. I'm going to make videos with the specific purpose of getting people to get like my Bible finance cheat sheet or guide or something like that. Then I would go through and I'd find a domain name about this. So like Bible Life Coach, you could get like this BibleVersesPrayer.com actually had some rankings back in the day. So I could build that one up. It looks like prayers for different things like health issues, Bible verses for marriage problems. So it actually did rank and get traffic for this. And I mean, I can go get this domain right now for like $9. If I go to GoDaddy, search for the domain, now I could go through, get this one, and now I'll have a place to send people. So it's $11. It says it's worth like $900. Again, take that with a grain of salt. We don't know what it's worth right now. It's worth $11 because that's what I can buy it for. But understanding this in a different way and turning it into a business is absolutely key. So I could get that domain. Then I can go and I can create the videos in Leonardo. Maybe I could do like Bible finance or something like that. Let's do Bible finance tips. And it'll go through and it'll make little videos for you and you can put them together. The putting together of the videos is what most other people are talking about, but that isn't the way to make money. Like anyone can make a video with AI. It takes a special monetization method to make the money, which is why we're going to go through and we're going to focus on what the Bible verses are about. We're going to focus on things like this. Look at this site talking about all kinds of different Bible verses. This one's actually getting quite a bit of traffic. And the traffic value says it's worth $85,000 a month. which I think is a little high in the Bible niche, but I mean, there's the traffic, right? And you'll see that certain types of traffic are worth more. Tithing is $3,800, where this one's $46, and you'll see that some of them, like this one here, Church Community Builder, $7,000 for only 2,000 visitors. So could you make a YouTube channel about Church Community Builder tools? Yeah, you can. This is about finding specific stuff that is going to make money. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make strategic videos. I'll go through. I'll make 100 really good finance videos. Maybe take a year to do them if you're fast, maybe less time. Then I'm going to build a full website. I'm going to build a mailing list. And I'm going to tell them, go to my website, put your name and email, get my guide on Bible finance tips or something like that. What you want to do is you want to have that back end. Now, again, remember, we don't know what it's going to make. However, if I got, someone to buy these relationship things, we can make $18. Sell 2 of them a day, 10 of them a day, whatever your traffic will do. Again, results not typical, implied, or guaranteed. But starting to understand that you're going to build and grow, right? Going through here, seeing, okay, there are affiliate programs like Answers in Genesis, homeschooling, that's actually pretty solid. That's one where I actually had a friend who made a fortune and sold a business, which was about homeschooling and stuff like that. It was a blog-based business. Looking at this, 25 per sale. Here's one with 11 per sale. This is so this is Nest Learning. It is animated Bible DVDs, pays 15% commission. That would be a direct hit. For those making just animated videos like the other people say, that would work. But again, the amount of people who actually buy them is going to be very low. So trying to get to $600 a day using their method, pretty difficult to do, almost impossible. Trying to do that with a very tight-knit method where we're going through and saying, okay, here's the type of videos, here's the stuff I'm leading to. Yes, I think that can work really well. So realistically, could I get to a couple $1,000s a month doing this very focused? I think it's possible. Is it plausible? Well, again, the average person makes nothing. But if we treat this like a business, we get a domain, we build our videos, we make really good stuff, then I think you're going to get farther, right? Like we went through and made little cartoons and stuff like that, which work really, really well. Again, looking at what Sora did here, pretty decent. So if we could go through and teach good lessons with a purpose, that's how you're going to make this work. And if I was going to tackle this, I'd get a good domain. I would probably go for the finance niche because that's one where you could go through. You could talk about credit cards that are geared towards whatever the story's talking about, or loans that are geared towards Bible stuff, or even companies that are religious that talk about, finance or whatever it is. That niche has a lot of money in it, whereas, Joseph going through the desert is not going to make that much money. However, can we figure that out? Now, creative ways to start. Again, find specific topic. Build videos around that topic. For monetization, we're going to check ClickBank, OfferVault. We're going to check direct networks. We're going to use our AI to find things that are direct. If you make a video and it's about, saving money, find a money-saving app. If you do a video and it's about, whittling down your expenses, find a tool that pays you that whittles down the expenses, right? You could go through and say, find budget apps with affiliate programs and what they pay. Find out what that video is doing, because at the end of the video, they're going to say, well, that was a good tip. What next? And that what next is how you're going to make the money. So going through here, we could see apps that Christians value. Yeah, find all, please. And it'll go through and find them all, and it'll probably tell me how much they pay as well. Let's take a look here. And while we're waiting for that to load, taking a look at different things that these sites rank for is really key, because what's going to happen is you're already making the video. Having your domain like this, you can go through and make a post about the videos. So you just outline the video. It's actually very easy. And what will happen is not only are you going to get traffic on the video site, but you'll also get traffic on your blog, which you can monetize with all these other methods as well. Build a mailing list, start to sell these things, and start to build an actual business. This is absolutely key. And you can see here, there's some pretty big sites doing it, like this one that's getting almost 50,000 visitors a month. And you could see all kinds of different things that they are ranking for and how they're making money. A lot of it is actually very easy traffic, like shortest book in the Bible, who are the apostles, and different things like that. Now, These types of things, again, are very, very difficult to monetize. However, if we go through and we do a keyword filter and we say we want to do like finance, or let's just do money, right? Like this, you can see how many different rankings they have for Bible money, and the competition's actually pretty low. So this one, how much money did Solomon have? Stuff like that. So they didn't do it that much money oriented. If we do ours money oriented, now you're going to have like a Bible finance site, a Bible finance channel. Now you're building a business. That's where this really works. So my key is, so the key takeaway here is build an actual business. And if you want to learn more about this, check out gotniches.com, where we talk about building an entire business and everything like that. We will also have notes from this video. As you can see here, it's going to generate some notes, and bada bing, we're ready to go. Now, let's take a look at what came up for the, and it looks like it's still working on the affiliate programs here, but once it's done, I can go through and find the ones that work really, really well. I can find credit card offers that pay a bunch, lending offers that pay a bunch, refinance offers, and pretty much the whole 9 yards. So if I was going to tackle this niche, I wouldn't just make random Bible videos. I would make videos with a specific target, find a specific offer. If I'm going for credit card stuff, one sign up a day, I get $150 a sign up. Or going through some of these ClickBank offers. Some of them here, $50 for relationship coaching. Like, hey, help Christians with their relationship or something like that. And you could see here, it's $77 for the person to buy it. I get $50. That's pretty solid. A couple of those a day, and it starts to add up. Building and growing, adding on what you did the day before. If you're doing a blog, one post might get 10 visitors a day. One might get 100, one might get 1,000, one might get 0. Looking at, okay, how can I monetize these and build and grow on what I did the day before? Build the video out, make the blog post, make it a cycle where you're getting a lot of traffic and building something that's an actual business rather than just random Bible videos hoping to make $1. And if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. Check out the videos in the description about how to start an actual business based on real principles that I've been using for over 25 years. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.